Hey everyone, and welcome. Today we're going to peel back the layers on something you probably use every single day, but maybe don't think twice about: the elevator door. And for this deep dive, we're drawing on some incredible expert analysis from the specialists over at Novin Puya Elevator to really uncover the fascinating engineering and design that goes on behind the scenes. But first, let me ask you something. Really think about it. When you walk into a building, you notice the big stuff, right? The facade, the lobby, the lighting. But what's the one design feature that's absolutely critical to how the building works, yet it's almost invisible? You guessed it, it's the elevator door. This thing isn't just a barrier, it's a gateway. It's literally the first and last piece of the building you interact with on your journey. And as we're about to see, it's this incredible mix of hardcore engineering, life-saving safety, and sleek design all rolled into one. So here's our game plan. First, we'll talk about why these doors are just so important. Then we'll get into the nitty-gritty of the door types you see all the time. After that, we'll explore some really cool specialized solutions for unique challenges. We'll even look at advanced setups with more than one door. And finally, wrap it all up by figuring out how to make the smartest choice. All right, let's kick things off with section 1, a critical component. Because, trust me, an elevator door's job goes way, way beyond just opening and closing. You see, elevator doors are playing this fascinating double duty. First and foremost, and this is the big one, they're a vital safety layer. They're the only thing standing between you and the elevator shaft, but they're also a core functional piece of the puzzle that literally dictates the flow of people through a building. And on top of all that, they're a huge design feature that sets the whole vibe for a space, all while hiding some seriously complex technology inside. So, what's actually making these doors move? The ones we see every day? Let's take a look at the two most common types you'll find in pretty much any building you walk into. Okay, so here are the two workhorses of the elevator world. On one side, you've got telescopic, or side-opening doors. Here, all the panels slide in one direction and kind of stack up neatly. These are a genius solution for buildings with really narrow elevator shafts where you just don't have room on both sides. Then you've got the classic center-opening doors. They part right in the middle, giving you that symmetrical, balanced feel. And because they can open and close a bit faster, they're the absolute go-to for busy office buildings where every single second counts. But, what happens when a standard door just isn't going to cut it? Well, that brings us to section 3. This is where we get into some really elegant, specialized doors that are designed to solve very specific problems, like when you have almost no space to work with, or when the design has to be absolutely top-notch. First up, we've got accordion doors. You might also hear them called bus doors. If you're dealing with an incredibly tight elevator shaft, these things are your best friend. Instead of sliding out of the way, they do exactly what the name says. They fold up on themselves, just like an accordion. So how does that even work? It's actually pretty clever. The door is made of multiple narrow panels all linked together with hinges. A motor just has to move that first panel, and the rest just naturally fold together. This compression is amazing. It lets the entire door collapse into a tiny little space. It's the perfect fix for places like freight elevators or other really compact lifts. Okay, so we've talked a lot about function. Now let's switch gears completely and talk about form. Because for some projects, the elevator door isn't just a utility, it's a statement. It becomes a defining piece of the building's entire look and feel. And this is where you see those incredible, beautiful, curved doors. Think about those fancy hotels, luxury malls, or stunning observation decks. These doors create a visual that perfectly matches the architecture of a modern, curved building. And for glass elevators, they're an absolute must-have for giving you that jaw-dropping panoramic view. Of course, all that style comes with some serious mechanical complexity. You need a very specialized drive system to make sure those panels glide smoothly along that curved track. All right, things are about to get even more interesting. Let's look at situations where one door just isn't enough to handle the flow of people. This is where we get into advanced access configurations. There are basically two main plays here. First, you have a through car, which has doors on opposite sides of the elevator. Just picture a busy airport or a subway station. People get in on one side and get out on the other. It keeps traffic moving like a dream. Then you've got adjacent doors, where the second door is on a sidewall. This is a brilliant fix for buildings with tricky floor plans, letting one elevator serve two different hallways on the same floor. But, of course, two doors means twice the complexity. You need a really, really smart control system, a brain for the elevator that knows exactly which door to open and when. And most important of all, it has to have totally foolproof safety rules in place to guarantee that only one door can ever be open at a time. It's all about safety through intelligent control. So that brings us to our final section, making the intelligent choice. After seeing all of these incredible options, how in the world do you actually decide which one is right? Well, it all comes down to finding that perfect balance between function, form, and a little bit of finesse. Look, at the end of the day, picking an elevator door is so much more than just checking a box on a form. It's a huge decision that sits right at the crossroads of passenger safety, traffic efficiency, and the building's entire architectural vision. Whether it's the raw speed of a center opening door, the space-saving magic of an accordion door, or the sheer wow factor of a curved one, that choice defines the experience for everyone who uses it. And that's why getting this right really takes an expert eye. The analysis we've been walking through today comes directly from the specialists at Novin Puya Elevator. If you're looking for expert guidance on a project, you can find consultation options right on their website, or you can even reach out to them directly through WhatsApp or email. So, I want to leave you with a question to chew on. Now that you've seen the tech, the designs, and all of the possibilities, which door would you pick for your next project? What's more important to you? Is it speed, space, or pure style? Thanks for diving in with us.